Hey, what's going on everyone? If you are a gamer like me, then you probably have run into or at least heard of an issue called stick drift. Stick drift, if you don't know, is an issue where the joystick components within your controller either get dirt or debris and stop registering correctly, or the joystick component can just break altogether. And then you get a bunch of ghost, crazy, erratic movements that you have no control over. A while ago, a friend gifted me the Scuff Reflex controller, and it improved my gaming experience a ton. However, after about a year, I started to get stick drift, it started to get worse, and it made gaming not as enjoyable. I also had this DualSense that was laying around. They actually had these back paddle kits that you could install on your own. But after 1 year of usage, major stick drift issues. Here's my DualSense controller, and you can see I'm not even touching it, and the left stick is already going bananas. If I try to push up, here, I'll just hold it like this. If I push up on the stick, you can see it's just going very erratically. My right stick is totally fine, but if I were to turn on the test circularity, you want this to be about under 6%, and this is almost at 14-15%. Now my right stick is better, but this should be at a much better percentage. Once you get hit with stick drift, you have one of three options to fix the issue. One is you can open up your controller and try to clean out the joystick modules and hope that that's a permanent fix. Two, you can buy a new controller outright. Or three, you can learn how to solder and replace the joystick's components yourself. Now, the things that I've tried to do to repair this is I tried to open up my controller, and I use this electronic contact cleaner that gets rid of debris, dirt, and that worked for a little bit, but then after about a day or two, the stick drift came back in full force. Now, as you can tell from the title of this video, I obviously went with option number 3, which is to solder in brand new joystick modules. However, the only problem with that is I have literally zero soldering experience. There's a 50-50 chance that this is absolutely gonna blow up in my face. But hey, at the very least, it's gonna be a fun video, it's gonna be a great learning experience, and if this is successful, then I can fix not one, but potentially 2 controllers, and I have a couple friends who have controllers that are having stick drift issues as well. So let me show you all the things that I've got to go about doing this fix. So to start with, I got this solder and hot air rework station. Part of the reason I wanted the hot air rework as well is because there is a method to quickly remove the joystick components and replace them by using hot air. But yeah, this is the first thing that I got. The next item that I got were helping hands. This is a mount essentially for the PCB that you're working with, or whatever components you're trying to solder together. So it just frees up your hands. The next thing that I got was some heat tape. I want to make sure that I use this to protect the plastic pieces on the PCB. The next thing that I ordered is flux paste and desoldering wick. I did get some Hall effect joysticks that work with the PS5. Hall effect joystick modules use magnets to detect movement. Apparently this is supposed to eliminate stick drift altogether. The thing I got is this soldering heat pad. And then the last thing that I got, this little lamp here, it actually doubles up as a light, and inside of it there's actually a fan, or not a fan, but I guess a vacuum, and it will vacuum up any of the fumes to protect myself from getting lead poisoning, I think. Okay, I'm going to plug in my soldering kit. I'm gonna get all the stuff that I just showed you set up and go straight to the controller. Perfect. Okay, first thing we need to do here is remove the bottom cover to open up the controller here. There we go. Control freak. Perfect. And this exposes these screws down here that we need to undo. So what I'm going to do is I got to take off the R1 and L1 buttons and pop this right out. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, next we are going to unscrew these screws. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, so now do these 2 little plastic clips here. There's 1 and 2. Perfect. And then after I unclip that, then I want to undo all the clips that go up the side of the controller, I believe. This part, there we go. Yep, voila. So that side's open over here. There we go, perfect. So now I think I can just pull this apart here. Now I have a rise kit installed here, so it makes this a little bit trickier. Normally you wouldn't have this on here, you wouldn't have these ribbon cables that are mapping to the back paddle kit over here. So what I need to do is I need to start unclipping some of these ribbons. There we go. Got that one. I just gotta wiggle this one till it comes out. Whoa, almost ripped that whole thing out. Better grip. At least there we go. Much better. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. To melt lead-free solder, you have to have your solder at least at 700 degrees. So I'm setting it to 700 now. Wait, did it melt and then yay, let's go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, baby. So now I think that completely frees this up. Wow, cool. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it came out. Let's go. Now we install the new Hall Effect sticks. Okay, look at that. They're all sticking, protruding out from the bottom. Oof, that's a little bit too much. I think that's all of them. This is a terrible solder job. So I gotta plug the battery back in here. Okay, well that's good. Still flashed. Okay. Uh-oh. Come on. The LED comes on. I thought you could calibrate it from here. Okay, well, that's not good. I guess I'll put it back together and see what happens. Okay. No, I broke something. Dang, that sucks. Well, it's very late right now, but you know, it was a good try. I'll have to dissect why that didn't work tomorrow. It was a fun learning experience. I am very curious of where it went wrong, but I'll just have to review some of the footage, post it out, see what people think. Okay, so quick update. I went on YouTube and I posted my issue with the 3 orange blinking lights and my controller not being able to detect the joysticks. Huge shout out to SOS's Gaming that responded super quick. Check out this super long thread that I have going. But essentially what we think is that it's probably bad solder connection, which I guess isn't a surprise since it was my first time soldering anything. So I'm gonna try to redo my solder connections and I'm gonna hope for the best. Check it out. So it looks like this is starting to register, which means that the problem before was that I just had really bad solder connection. But unfortunately, removing this one, when I desoldered and put it back together, I wonder if I melted something with the heat gun, because this is now a broken stick. But at least I know, I can confirm that it was a solder connection that was bad. That means that there is still hope. Okay, I just resoldered 2 sticks back in, and these sticks both are working. I'm gonna plug this in, and let's see if this works. Please, 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 please work. Okay, no blinks, no blinks. You guys, I did it. Check it out, that's a left stick moving, and then here is the right stick moving. Let's go, baby! Okay, so here's the final test. Everything's put back together. Look at that, no stick drift at all. This looks beautiful. This is done, I did it! So just to show you by comparison, you may remember from showing the circularity before, it was around 15%. But now, check this out. Right stick, woo, 3%, and the left stick, oh my gosh, this is lovely. I've been gaming with these Hall Effect joysticks and they are phenomenal. Before I go, huge shout out to SOS's Gaming. Thank you so much for being responsive on YouTube, providing an awesome video tutorial on how to do this, and for the joystick modules that you're selling. They work great for me, I love it, and I can't wait to install them on my Scout controller. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for following along. I appreciate you coming along my first soldering journey. And if you're thinking about doing this project too, you can do it. Thanks so much everyone, take care.